Oh, there he is. What's up, buddy?
Finishing mixing my compost. Put it out over the beds for my tomatoes.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So
added some new ones in.
yeah, today we're going to be doing a full walk around, talk around with Tommy. We've got
Awesome.
quite a bit to do. Lots of video to shoot. There's a lot of
I'm
stuff.
already getting a lot of honeybees from that jasmine, and I'm really happy about that because on the label for it, it actually says to, like, I think check your local area or whatever for honeybees and check all your sprays to make sure they won't kill the honeybees because those attract so many of them. So a cheap way to bring in some natural pollinators. We got one down here and one on the other end.
Yeah, and this is all going to be his living archway. So
yeah,
that's
I've got
going to
my
be
nitrogen feeders in there right now. There's some blueberries.
You've got some quite a bit planted and stuff.
Oh yeah, with this is their third year of growth for these blueberries, so I'm hoping by end of summer I'll actually have some growth from them. We've got one that's coming up pretty good so far.
Oh wow.
He's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And
Little
morning,
blueberry
you can really
plant.
smell that jasmine pretty good. There's some.
So, and this is the
strawberries.
beginning of it. If you know anything about gardening, you've always just got to start, little plant. This is all going to come into fruition soon enough. So
Absolutely. I'm going to be putting some more stuff
you
in
plant the
there.
seeds and it'll grow,
And then
or so they say.
On this side of it, it's going to be all my vegetables. So
Nice.
right
see,
now I've got
what-
peas, okra. These three right here are okra, which I need to go through here and weed again. I wish I could have had my plastic come all the way up. And then in between, I think about every like 12, 13 inches or so, I've got Southern Charm beans, which are beans that just do well in zone 11. So they're kind of like the green snap pea beans, the ones you can just take right off the vine and eat them just like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of those. This whole line has been planted of them, and then a couple of the fences over on that side are planted with those beans so that they can grow up. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then all these beds. He just added all these beds since the update just a few days ago. He's done quite a bit. This guy's out here working his tail off every single day.
Oh, hey, look at that. I've already got some cabbage coming up. You can see them coming up here, or in my shadow. I got a lot of, these are the Mammoth Rock red cabbage that I got from Mountain Valley Seeds, and wow, I'm surprised that, wow, there's a lot of them. Really good germination on those.
I wonder if I'm getting that or not. In my shadow, point at it. Yeah.
Here. I basically just went around in a spiral around this since it looked like an eye, and just kind of spiraled around and then set a bunch of them in, so see how many grow.
Yeah, and this is all bed. All of these are beds. It kind of looks a little barren right now, but
you can actually just kind of walk through it as you're going through. Got a couple beets coming up on this back line. You can see those, the stems, they're going to be like blood red on the stems, so they're easy to point out. Chicken snuck into my greenhouse and ate some of my beets, but luckily beets are hardy and I'm already getting greens that are coming back on those.
Yep. Let me get out of the light there.
And that's mystery tomato.
What were the tomatoes you gave me? Those are pretty.
I think one of them's a Prudence purple.
Yeah, the Prudence purple.
Yeah, and an heirloom
girls.
tangerine. And then throughout here, you'll see quite a bit coming up. This is going to be mostly radishes. And then on the front, I've got Tokyo long white onion. Everything's labeled, so as you walk through, you can see what's growing where. See those ones out in front right here? So these radishes right here, these are actually those China rose radishes, which are really neat because they'll get, a good 8 inches long of growth instead of just having a small little bulb of them. So I'm really interested to see how those are going to turn out. And then it's just that I actually used my microgreen blend that I got from Mountain Valley Seeds. It's the 3 radish blend. They call it the Easter egg blend. 3 different types of radishes planted all throughout this little one. And then on the back side, I've got some celery coming up. So
Can we play this game?
yeah, here in a little bit we will. I'll hide it for you.
What?
I'll hide it for you here in a little bit. I take the little butterfly, and each time I come out in the the garden, I hide it, and they actually go through the garden and try to find where the butterfly is.
Nice. Having an ice cream? It is a pretty hot day, huh?
Free ice cream at Dairy Queen today.
No joke.
Yep, no kidding.
Free ice cream, but by the time this video is posted, that will have long been passed. So run down to Dairy Queen and ask them where your free ice cream is and be told that it was last week or yesterday.
This is the newer area that I've just done.
Oh, let me
I
get
didn't know
close.
what to do with these, so I actually planted my tomatoes. I had some new ones come up that I just seeded not too long ago, the black crims, just because I wanted to kind of experiment with them. But you can see they're little bitty things right now. I've only got one on each corner there. Because
Oh, those are those Prudences that you gave me, right? That one over there?
these right here.
You gave me one that was similar to this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, mine is way darker than that one.
Well, this one was
But I
just
think
put
it's just
out.
because of the full spectrum.
Yeah.
It's really mainly the full spectrum. And then the bottom of the leaves, yeah, they're...
Yeah, I just put these out. So they're kind of
Yeah.
adapted. They were going downhill, which is why you see all the yellow on them. So
Yeah.
hopefully being in the ground, and I put some of the compost in there, which is got a really good mixture of stuff in it, so it should bring them back to life.
And I'll check and see how... Well, no, we can't really use the other stuff.
And then all of
Because
these,
it's not organic.
I'm gonna do right here. I'm gonna do cucumber.
Cucumber.
I'm gonna do cucumbers right here, and on the front side, I'm gonna put some sunflower. So not only will it give the cucumbers some shade, which they need and love, but it'll also give the cucumbers something to vine around too. So they grow really well together. The only thing I'm worried about is drawing in a bunch of birds with the sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Because these other beds right here are actually going to be for, my honeydew and watermelon and my cantaloupe. So
What'd you say? Honeydew, cantaloupe, and watermelon all in these? Okay. I don't know, because the audio and it's kind of windy. I don't know how the audio is going to turn out. Hopefully it's not going to be too garbage. But if it is garbage, just bear with it.
the greenhouse, the tomatoes in there are looking fantastic.
Yeah, and what's going to supply the beds is he's got his nursery and his greenhouse transplant from here to over there.
Well, the greenhouse is going to be pretty stationary.
Oh, it's just going to be okay.
Yes.
Oh no, the nursery supplies everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So all the seeding and everything gets done in the nursery, then transplanted to wherever it's going to go, and it's got quite a bit going over here already. Let me see if you can. Yeah, there's just lovely, lush green gardening going on everywhere.
I built this it's a poor man's greenhouse. So, I think all in all, it cost me about $120.
But it is nice and warm in here on cool days, and it is.
This helps.
Oh yeah, bucket of water.
Yeah, if I could get a door on it, it would actually.
Well, and if we put an air bubbler in here to
Yeah.
bubble the, create a little bit more of a humid climate in here, it'd get a little more rainforesty, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about doing the microgreens in here. So if I do, I would come off the side here and make my shelves for the microgreens. And if so, then I can't let it be that humid in here. I'd need ventilation and all that to grow those. So that way I don't have to worry about mold or any kind of funguses or anything like that. So there's not really enough in here I can plant to keep the pests off of them in a controlled environment like this. But
Yeah.
so far, everything in here is doing great. This is a lettuce that I couldn't grow because I didn't germinate it right, but Ozzy germinated for me and brought over. It's that Rouge de Verre that I'd planted I think 70 something seeds of and couldn't get anything off of it. And this is actually after I've already plucked a few off. Got some baby leaves off to taste it, and it's really good in here, actually.
Do a little taste test, is it?
Yeah, it's very earthy and refreshing.
Don't even need to rinse it. Yeah. Yep.
And these are my babies.
There's a nice snap to it, yet still nice and lush with them. Yeah, nice and juicy too. Yeah.
And these are my babies. This is I told everybody
It's getting
that I would,
reconnected. This goes back into reconnection. We all need to get reconnected. This is where food comes from, folks.
yeah.
From the ground. Wait, it doesn't come from Walmart. It doesn't come from the supermarket. It doesn't come from, that's where the food goes to be sold. But you know what? You don't have to pay for it. You don't.
I was up.
Or you come to a guy like Tommy over here.
I was up late
Tommy,
last night, and I started thinking about something. And
this guy, gardening haunts him in his dreams. He's up all night thinking about gardening and how to provide organic, whole, quality food to people that want to live whole, organic lives and be part of the ecosystem again and disconnect from all this craziness that's going on around us. We don't have to buy food from corporate America. You don't have to. They don't want you to know that. But
Absolutely.
thing of it is,
We
there's
don't
people
have
like
to,
Tommy.
But, they load everything full of addictive chemicals.
Oh yeah. They want your brain to think that you need to go to the Walmart to buy the food, and that's absolutely not true.
But no, you'll like this. I was thinking last night, and something hit me. Oh no, that plastic blew over. You think back of the foraging days when we didn't have kitchens and Cro-Magnon man or caveman was out there. You had your hunters and your gatherers. So you had your people that grew their food and went and gathered berries and gathered nuts, and the hunters. Well, if you think about it in a primitive standpoint, hunting is almost immediate. You go out, you hunt, you get your food. That's
your instant gratification.
It's instant gratification, but it's not only that. It's temporary while your food is growing, because that's the long preparation that actually nourishes your body. All that meat that you're eating, which I still eat meat. I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian. I just dominantly eat vegetables. It's helped me and changed me. I've got several friends that are even in sports and sport medicine that it has changed them to where they only eat, I think, one of my friends, Jeremy, he only eats about a quarter pound of meat a week, if even that, and his performance is just going up and up and up. So I mean, all the signs are there. You don't have to eat as much meat as you think you do, and it's really not.
Yeah, and it gets stuck in your bowels. I mean, it just gets.
It's harder for your body to digest.
Yeah.
Your body's having to go into overdrive to break those proteins down. When those proteins, as much as they want to lie to you, those proteins are there and readily available in all of your
All
greens.
of them. And if you just eat enough of a bunch of different colors, I mean, there's just sprouts and little.
Yeah, this is on
this
my
whole
basil,
thing is
which
just
I've gone really heavy on basil.
completely full. But you know what? It's a good.
And then these are my kale. So what I did was I had my maturing kale that's out over there. Then I brought out my baby kale that I started seeding about 2 weeks later, and then brought them out here. Right after that, it was 2 weeks again, so I direct sowed some more. And these should provide me with kale for a while. I mean, I should be able to get a few harvests out of these. And
Yeah,
so,
that's.
oh,
I mean,
and to
that's.
the people that were asking about the plastic. As you can see, when stuff's growing, if you look, it shades the plastic, so it keeps it cooler. So you don't have a bunch of heat reflecting.
Oh, did you have some people asking about the plastic
people
on
were
your?
asking about especially being black.
Oh,
and down
yeah.
on the ground and in Texas and the sun reflecting on it. And the biggest, I'm gonna say the biggest key there, and I'm gonna kind of quote Curtis Stone, the urban farmer from Canada, on this. If you're gonna be doing something like this, which I'm not, but if you're going to, overhead irrigation. During the summer, if it's over 95
misters.
or over 100 degrees, throw your misters on. 5-10 minutes will cool the plant down.
Yeah, some of those, like that hosing right there, those soaker hoses. You don't have to have of course, a soaker hose will not work for a mister, but
it'll cool the ground down. It'll cool the root down, which is good because you definitely don't want the roots getting hot. But the plant, or the top of it, is where your fruit is coming from. So you want to keep that cool too. So I mean, you can do that to keep it cool to ensure that. And I will tell you, it's completely worth it, because looking at how many weeds that I have up there that I'm gonna have to pull out and go through, and I haven't even hardly started growing anything, versus I've got this that's covered and I haven't had to pluck one weed. I mean, there's a couple little stragglers of grass in there, like right over here.
little bits. Yeah, but this is not overrun.
Hey, look,
You don't have like a
this is
massive.
my weeding for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, just a little pluck in here, a little pluck in there,
That's it. 2
and
weeks.
you're not overrun with a whole bunch of excess growth, because everybody knows that whenever you create an ideal situation for vegetables and things to grow in, you create an ideal situation for other stuff to grow in. So
Also, another lady was asking while we're here on the on my Facebook page. She was asking about the difference in the plastics. So this and what you saw over there are just plastic drop cloth. It's just 4 to 6 millimeter black plastic. This is the landscape fabric, and if you look, it's more of a tart material. And on this back side, it's got
like a felt.
Well, it's like cottony. It's fabric.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is, as soon as water goes on this, it almost instantly sucks it up into that cotton, which is keeping the ground moist. I'm gonna switch all of my beds to this. It's a lot
this
easier
type,
to burn.
yeah.
It breathes better. It absorbs moisture better and holds it in better.
Yeah, because that, I don't know if you can see how well you can see it. I can't really see it well, but my eyes are in the sun, so I know this is in high def, so you can probably see it pretty well. But yeah, and then it has the absorption side on the bottom, protector on the top. It's really
it works
nice.
really well, and there's a lot of people that use it and a lot of people that stand behind it. And it's just, as far as the size of your holes, it's going to depend on what you're growing. If you're transplanting with 72 cell trays that are small, or 100 plus cell trays that are small, you really don't need a hole that's any bigger than a couple of inches like this. So you can pattern out about every 3 to 4 inches, which I didn't go through and make a template for patterns. Obviously, it's far from perfect, but at least with these lines on here, I can kind of follow it a little bit.
Yeah, follow somewhat of a pattern better than, you know, just kind of guesstimating about where the lines are. Yeah, so yeah, you can definitely see the irregularity more here. That's a good point. You know,
But
keeping it more regular as far as that looks way more, and this is all freehand, mind you. This is just Tommy just out here
With
popping
a
holes in it. I mean, this
in
isn't,
the
you know, him not measuring. He's not doing any of that. That's all just his, you know, his just, yeah, his
But
his
yeah, the
skewed
difference in the holes.
craftsmanship.
So like if you're just doing those sill trays, actually, a buddy of mine and me had just figured this out the other day. Beer bottles. I swear to whatever God it is that you believe in, gardening promotes alcoholism, because beer bottles are perfect for, if you look, I actually did a few right here, are perfect for if you go
Popping
up to the
plugs.
neck. It puts a hole about that deep in the ground that's about that wide for your 72 cell.
Hey, maybe we should.
It almost like the ones, because a lot of them will break in half, so you only get like that.
Maybe
much
we should
dirt
cut
in
the
it.
necks off bottles and just create a little plug popper and start selling them. You know what I mean?
Well,
Have
Ozzy was talking about that. The other Sprout. He was talking about doing.
Oh yeah,
one
this is
bottle.
only one sprout of the 2 sprouts. This is Tommy. We need to go and do a walk around, talk around with Ozzy as well, because he's a pretty interesting character as well. So
He is.
he's just another one of our brothers. So
I've learned a lot of what I'm doing from him.
yeah, and then of course, you know, there's going to be some trial and error, but hopefully it's more just about.
But back on with the holes. If you're just doing the sill trays, those are perfect. You can use a beer bottle, plug it down in, and go. The bigger ones, I don't know if you noticed up here, but my holes are bigger. So what I did with these was, you know, pre-season when it was still cold in January, I was already growing some kale, so that way I would have it. So I had them in cups. So I just made these holes bigger, since these need to be further apart anyway, and made them the size of solo cups. So I mean, it's up to your individual imagination and what you're growing and what you're doing. So
Yeah.
but,
All right, well, we're pushing about 18 minutes. This is going to be a massive upload. What's today? The date is the 20th.
first day of spring.
Yep. So, yeah. Everybody, thanks for watching. Happy growing.
Absolutely.
Oh, where'd your loving wife go? She ran off somewhere. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching.
Thank
Tommy.
you all.
Yep.
Hit
And
that like and subscribe button.
hit the like, subscribe, post your comments, questions, anything you have to ask Tommy. Go to his thing. I'm gonna put a thing right here directly in the middle for 2 sprouts.
Your little bleepity bloop.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. Click in the middle right here for 2 sprouts. Also, I'll leave a link in the description. Subscribe to my channel here, and then there's gonna be a little video with some whatever there. But anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Later.
guys.